Hello, Walter.
Mario, was machst du?
Yeah,
You okay?
okay, thank God. And you?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Are you packed already?
Am I packed? Not really, because we're taking so much stuff with us, So no, because we basically I've got to take a lot of stuff with.
Well, you can have two suitcases, right?
No, you're allowed 4 suitcases.
Well, two per person. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
That's good. How long are you staying? 2 weeks, Walter?
2 weeks, yes. Hey, Kenny, how are you?
Walter, Baruch Hashem.
What's up?
Thank God, everything's good.
Okay, Kenny, I just wanted to say goodbye because I'm going to the Holy Land on Sunday.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
What
For
a
2
big
weeks.
mitzvah. Any occasion
Yeah.
other than Stam, you want to go to Eretz Yisrael?
Yeah, I have to go see my apartment. I never saw it yet, so it's ready.
Okay, good. Enjoy. Tell me how it is.
Okay.
So funny. They talk about the reason why it happens, but we're sitting at home during shopping on e-commerce. Yeah. They forgot.
Hello, Ernie.
Vav Amar Aleph.
Ernie, you okay? I didn't see you by the shear.
I was in a long rehearsal for this Shabbos, the choir.
Oh, okay. You're not Shabbos. You're not in.
No, I met Beth Jacob.
Oh, what time are we learning tomorrow?
And I'm getting $1,500 a month for my 2 kids.
What's that noise? What's that?
That's Walter's radio.
Okay, I'll mute myself. But
Okay, now tomorrow. No, I can't learn in the morning, unfortunately. Let's see. We'll do it like we did last week. What did we do? 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, whatever. What was spent? 3 o'clock, 3:30. Whatever is good for you guys.
Aaron in my office.
Mario, when is good?
Brian, the minute he comes in, I move it to the charity.
3:30. Okay, 3:30 is good.
3:30.
Okay.
And then Motzei Shabbos will be at 8 o'clock. We're going to do the Navi Shir at 7, and the Daf Yomi at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're on Vav Amud Aleph. So this is about the bracha with the trees. So Afata b'meh avarechacha. So how can I bless you? Im b'toira, you already have Torah, already Torah. Im b'oisher, you already have wealth. Im b'vanim, banim. Ela yehi ratzon sheyutzet so eimeyecha kemoischa. I give you a bracha that your children should be exactly like you. That means they should have Torah, they should have wealth, and they should have many children. Okay, Torah Rabbanu. So Yoreh umal kosh, they both refer to rain. Yoreh shemore esabrios la'atiach gagosein. It teaches from the lashon to teach the human beings to make sure they waterproof their roofs well, because if they don't, the rain's going to leak in. Lachnis is perosein, and to bring their fruits in from the rain. Velasas kotzarchein, and take care of everything before the rains come. So it's a yoyre, it's a teacher. Dover acher shemar ve'esaretz, from the lashon like having children. Umashke atahom, and it causes the water cisterns in the ground to be filled. Shenamar, marve means loosen up the ground. Tlameh ravet nachet k'dudei b'rivim tomogneg l'tzimcha tovar. Davar acher yoyre sheyori benachas. It should come down softly. Ve'ena yored bezafen, shouldn't come down in anger. Oh, ena yor el shemashir saperos. It should just sort of. It should just give enough water to the potatoes without washing them away. Umashtif zazroim, umashtif zaylonos, Maybe it should be rain that causes overflooding of the seeds or the trees. No, malkosh is a blessing type of rain, so yor is a blessing too. No, maybe malkosh maybe malkosh is the kind of rain that washes away houses and breaks trees and brings the grasshoppers. Talmud Lamer yoyre. Yor levracha after malkosh levracha. So both should be levracha. The yor gufe minawan. Where do we see yorek? The chsiv uvnei tzion gilu v'simcha b'Hashem lokechem. Kinosan lachem es hamoira litztoka. Vayered lachem geshem moira malkosh barishon. Ton rabbanon. Yoyre b'marcheshvan. Yoyre's rain falls in marcheshvan. Malkosh b'nisan. Ata oimer yor b'marcheshvan malkosh b'nisan. Oino li yor b'tishrei malkosh b'iyar. Maybe Yoreh falls earlier in Tishrei malkosh b'iyar. Talmud Lomer be'ito. No, the times for Yoreh is marcheshvan and malkosh is nisan. Amrav Niloi Baridi, Amr Shmuel. Dover Shemal Kasher Sem Shel Yisrael. Malkosh comes from, it circumcises the hardness of Klal Yisrael. Dover Shmuel Tan Dover Shemamale Tlu Bekasheha. It fills up the grain. It's something that falls on the wheat, the grain, and the straw. Ata oimer yor b'machar rechein b'lechizim Talmud loymar v'nosati metar tzechem b'ito yor malkosh ma malkosh b'ito af yor b'ito. And malkosh falls on hard things. So it means in its time. If the month of Nisan goes by and then rain comes, that's not good because the tefillah in the field is going to get ruined. No, Yoreh Zmanu b'Kislev. Who are the Chachamim? Man Chachamim. Archiz Rabbi Yosi, the Tanya. Ezehu Revere Rishoina. What's considered there are three stages. The Revia Rishoina, the first rain, the second rain, the third rain. So Habechira b'Shloisha b'Marcheshvan. The earliest it can come is the third of Marcheshvan. Beinanis, the middle is B'Shiva Bo, is the seventh of Marcheshvan. Afila, it's late B'Shiva Asar Bo, when it comes on the 17th. Div Rab Meir. Rabbi Yehuda B'Shiva v'Shiva Asar v'Esrim u'Shlosha. He says that the first Riva comes on the 7th, and then the second on the 17th, and third on the 23rd. Rabbi Yossi Amar b'Shiva Asar v'Esrim u'Shlosha Rosh Chodesh Kislev. V'chen Rabbi Yossi Amar Eina Yechidi Misanin Ad Shegir Rosh Chodesh Kislev. Individuals start fasting if rain hasn't fallen by Rosh Chodesh Kislev. Amar Rav Chisda Alochik Rabbi Yossi. So Ameimer Masi Lahad Rav Chisda B'Halishta B'Shloisha B'Marcheshvan Shoel and Shamim. We start saying the same Talmud Motor on the third of Marcheshvan. Rav Gamliel Oimer B'Shiva Bo. Amar Rav Chisda Alochik Rabbi Gamliel. In fact, the Shulchan Aruch Paskins, like Rabbi Gamliel, the Eretz Yisrael, they start saying the same Talmud Motor on the 7th of Marcheshvan. Kimanaz Lahad Tanya Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel Oimer Kshamim Shiyardu Shiva Yomim Zeachar Zeh. If it rained for 7 days in a row, it already counts as the first and second and third rains. Kiman Rabbi Yossi, because he put those dates within 7 days. I understand why you give me a date for the first, because that's when you have to start saying the same tal. I understand why you're giving me the third, because if it doesn't rain by then, lisanos, you have to start fasting, which is what Masechta Taanis is all about. So why did I have to be given the middle one? Shnia lama, lamai, amrav zeira, linadorim. It has an afkamina by oaths, did not. Hanoider adag shanim. Somebody makes a net, I'm not going to do such and such a thing until it rains. It's mishayer dukshanim achater revir shnia. The trigger when it's vadai called Zman Geshamim is the second period. And Rav Zvid Amar L'Zeisim, that the reason that we're given a Revi'ah Shniya is to establish a certain date regarding olives. This not. Emasai kol adam mutar beleket b'shechel v'peya. Normally in a field, you have to leave anything you drop. You have to leave anything you forgot, anything on the corners for the aniyim. Now, those are matnos aniyim, and most people, you're prohibited to take from that because you're not an ani. Now, if aniyim don't come to the field anymore, so other people can get it, take from it. And when is that? Mishayelchu hanemushois. Means when the last aniyim have already gone through a field and they don't come back anymore, now everyone can come and take. Now, baperet uva oilalois, this has to do with a vineyard. Mishayelchu aniyim bakerem v'yavo. That means the aniyim make a second circuit. They come once, they come second. They've come a second time that they're not going to come anymore. And the third category, we've talked about grain. We talked about grapes. Bezeisim, mishetered Revi'ah Shniya. That means by the middle rain period, the aniyim don't come anymore. They've already taken what they wanted. Now the Gemara wants to know that what about this word nemushois? Amrav Yochanan, Save de Azli Atigra. These are old people that walk with a shteka. They walk with a cane. So they walk slower than other aniyim. They tail up the back. That we need to know when the time of the Revi'ah Shniya is, when it's permitted to walk in certain pathways in fields. Once a field gets very wet, so walking in the field damages it. So for public use, if there were paths that went through a field, the public could use it until the Revi'ah Shniya. At that point, so muddy, he's gonna ruin it. So now you're not allowed to go through there anymore. So that's why we need to know when the Revi'ah Shniya is. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Amar, Levayer Perosh Shviyas. At some point, you have to destroy the Perosh Shviyas that you have in your possession from your Rishus. Ad Mosai Nenin the story from B'Tevin of Akashal Shviyas. Until when can you benefit from and burn straw of Shemitah? So Ad Shetei Revi'ah Shniya, up until the Revi'ah Shniya, my time. And T'chsiv v'levemtecha v'lachaya shebartzecha. Calls man shechaya chelas besad ha'achel levemtecha b'boyis. As long as the animals are eating it in the field, then you can feed your animals in the house with it. When it's not there anymore, and by the Revi'ah Shniya, it's destroyed already by the rain, and therefore the animals won't eat it in the outside. So therefore, you have to get rid of it from your storehouses as well. Revi'ah. Revi'ah is like a sexual term having relations. Davar sheroiveas, in a sense, the rain falling on the ground, it's like having relations with the ground. Mitra baila da'aru, just like a baal is the baal of his wife, and there's a be'ila. So rain is also the baal of the land. Shenemar, ki kasher yerid hageshem v'ashelek min hashamayim, v'shama lo yashuv, ki im hirva et haaretz v'oli david. It's like he had relations with the ground, and the ground is going to give birth and grow. So there's an analogy here. Amrav Avo. Revi'ah Rishoyna Kedei Sheter B'Karka Tefach. The ground will get moistened by a tefach. Shniya Kedei Laguf Bo Pichavis. The mud has to be so thick that you can seal the mouth of a barrel. Amrav Chizik Shomim Shiardu Kedei Laguf Ben Pichavis Ein Ba Mishum Vo Otzar. There is a klala where in the Shema it says, "V'atzar et hashamayim v'lo yeh matar." I will close the heavens. Now, if you've experienced rain enough so that the mud, it got enough liquidy that you could use that mud to seal a barrel, you're out of the picture of V'atzar es hashamayim that year. So rain that falls before you daven Kriya Shema in the morning, ein b'hem mishum v'atzar. So you've already exited a phase of v'atzar tashamayim. That kind of rain that's early in the morning is very good for fields, and that's already a bracha. Am Rabbi Lo Aman ela koydem v'atzar de'urta. That's talking about rain that falls in the daytime prior to Kriya Shema at night. Aval koydem v'atzar ditzafra yesh b'mishum v'atzar. But if rain fell in the morning before Kriya Shema in the morning, that's still could be an otzar year. That's not a good rain. Amar Ravina bar Yitzchak, Hani anani ditzafra lesbu mishasha. If you see clouds in the morning, you don't. Those are not rain clouds, or they're going to give very little rain. Dichsiv ma'aselecha Ephraim, ma'aselecha Yehuda v'chazdechem kanan boiker. Kanan boiker is not an impressive rain system. Amalei Rav Papa Labaya. The ha'amri inshi b'miftach ba b'mitra bar chamra moich shakach ugnei. If you open the doors and it's raining, so the donkey driver, he can go home. Because most likely, and he's a guy who makes his living renting out his donkey, but he can go home because if it already started raining in the morning before the doors open, it's going to rain the whole day. And this guy's not going to have business today. And so that seems to imply that rain in the morning is a good rain. Like kasha, hadiktor be'eva, hadiktor banani. So if it's got very thick clouds, so then yenechanami, it's gonna rain a whole day. And if it had only light clouds, it's not going to rain. And it's not a siman bracha. It's a good year if Chodesh Teves comes and there's no rain. Vos is pshat. Ikedi amri de lo bayri tarbitzi. Because your gardens are not going to be destroyed by a powerful rain, and therefore your gardens will remain okay. Or you won't have a blight because of some kind of too much rain, like a flood washing it away. So having no rain in Teves is a good simon. A good year is a year where the month of Teves is full of rain and mud. So, loy kasha hada asa mitra meikara, hada loy asa mitra meikara. If it's already rained before Teves and it continues to rain in Teves, that's not good. But if it hasn't rained much yet and it rains in Teves, that's good. If it rained on some of the country, not on other country, Hashem has not held back rain. It's not so. That it seems to be a klala if he's going to rain on one city, not on the other city. So how can you say it's not? If it rained too much, then it's a klala. If it rains what you need, then it's not. I mean, there should be a place of good rain. Shmami knows it's a good raya. There used to be a bracha made when it first rained. When you start seeing drops that are hitting the ground, that are bouncing up and meeting the rain coming down, that's when you make a bracha. My mavarich. We thank you for every drop. If my mouth was full of shir like the ocean, and my tongue was full of happiness, kamon galav like his waves. The majority of his prayer, just say the God of thanks, and that includes kol ha'edos. The Shulchan Aruch says if there was a drought, there was no rain, and people were in pain, and then it rained. So they made a bracha. This is a bracha idah. But in countries where there's always rain, the minhag is not to make this bracha. That's what the Ramah says. But even in those places, if there was a real drought and then it rained, the Taz says it's right to make such a bracha. Okay. So tomorrow at 3:30, and then Navi Shir Shabbos at 7, and then Daf Yomi Shabbos at 9.